So I used to actually be a traditional healer, very not so low key traditional healer kind of vibes. And from a perspective of somebody who has dabbled in divination, I can tell you exactly how divination works. Test the spirits and be able to discern when this thing is not supposed to be part of my life ever. Not only to get to the point where we are being given snakes or whatever the case may be. I shouldn't have been part of this to begin with.
Vault opening. Welcome to the vault. Hello! What is up, you dazzling diamonds and the others? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda Kyle, and this is the vault. Anyway, you guys, let's jump straight into this video. Alrighty then, you guys. Now, you guys know me, right? I like a good conspiracy or some detective work or talking about or investigating these creepy, darkish things. I find it quite fascinating to talk about, right? And I've been saying to you guys that you need to get your houses in order. I've been saying this for so long now, and I hope that you guys are actually listening, because at the end of the day, it's going to save your soul if you get right with God. Right now, throwing in sangomas and these witches, these social media witches, I've been warning you guys against these people. I've been warning you guys not to get into this type of thing, because at the end of the day, I absolutely do believe that these people communicate with familiar spirits. There is absolutely no way. There's one social media witch with a talk show, and she shows us that she goes to the graveyard, and then we're gonna think that the rest of them are just all good. Because I remember at some point in Poa Abadimu, when before she won Big Brother, she also did a video where she was going to the graveyard. It's like they all go to the graveyard to go. They're doing something freaky there. They're all doing witchcraft and communicating with familiar spirits. It's wrong. Hey, and if you get yourself into touch with these people, you're gonna land up in so much hot water when everything is said and done, eh? You're going to the wrong place with them. And you're gonna get attachments and funny dark energies following you around. And that's just really sad. And it's really sad that these people advertise themselves as people that are here to help and heal people. And yet they cast spells. They do bad things. And if you're gonna do bad things like that, then to me, you are a very dangerous person. And the people that you loved, that passed away, your ancestors, were they really such bad people that they would allow you to cast spells and make muti and do voodoo and all that stuff? Or could it be really that you're communicating with familiar spirits and your deceased loved ones are just sleeping peacefully? Sleeping peacefully like it says in the Bible. Could it be? I think it is, right? Now, I've been watching a lady named Uposha Muhao, right? Here on YouTube. Now, she tells a really, really riveting story, you guys, about how she was in the Dark Kingdom as Isangoma and stuff. Like, that lady was really, really dark, and now she's reformed. The stories she tells on her channel, they always blow my mind. It's like, wow, oh my gosh, people are really doing these things. Which is another reason why I say to you guys, if one ex-Sangoma or Sangoma comes out to say these are the things that we do, we're witches, we're dark, we're evil people, or a reformed one says, I used to do these things and I know for a fact that they're evil, but now I find my way to Jesus, right? Then we have to believe them. Stop saying that these things don't exist, because they really actually do exist, right? And you need to be careful. Just consulting with them, just them saying, can I tell you about your life? It's like, no, 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 no. I'm even concerned about the people that go to Gogos Koteni's show to be interviewed. Like, people are so thirsty for likes and just to be popular. They will go anyway, even in the danger zone. Those kind of people, for me, I just, if ex-Sangomas and spiritualists and people are saying that I came out of this because it's evil, one is enough to convince me that that shit is evil. trust and believe. If nobody was coming out to say, I've changed, this is evil, then I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe this is the way of life. But it's not. It's like the trans community. So many people are detransitioning. It only takes one person to say, I made a mistake, I got delivered, this isn't right, for you to realize that gone into it off. You understand what I mean? If nobody was changing their ways, then we'd all just go along with it. But clearly, something is wrong. Right? So I stumbled across this lady on TikTok, the Snow Queen, right? I'm gonna play you guys this her story, and it's pretty much the same thing that Pusha Mahal is saying, like her journey from the darkness to the light. And every time I hear these testimonies, it's always so similar. These people are all saying the same thing. They don't know each other from a bar of soap all over the world. So it must be true that this stuff is actually dark. Even if you've been taught it since you were born, from generation to generation. Even those generations were duped and misled. Right? That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you guys actually think in the comment section down below. I'm not going to shit on you for believing what you believe. Those are your belief systems. I get it. There was some point in life where I was gravitating towards the darkness. I was raising my kundalini. I was busy with the chakras. I was heavily meditating. As a matter of fact, the year I started on YouTube, I had another spiritual channel where I was talking about all these spiritual things. If you guys search my name, you'll probably find it somewhere. Very creepy stuff. I had all the signs, and I was wearing the beads, and oh, hey guys, before I realized, okay, this stuff is actually dark, because when I was trying to learn how to channel and become a medium and all these things, in the back of my mind, there was always this thing that was like, something is not right. Like, I'm not 110% comfortable with what I'm doing. Something is wrong. Something is scary. They always felt like there was a shadow just lurking behind me. And I'm so glad that I am saved today, because wow, it was new age. That was the new age stuff, tarot cards and all that kind of shizness. It's so easy to get sucked into these things because you want to do good. Initially, people don't get into these things because they want to do bad. It's because they want to do good. Right? And I feel like with the people that come up with their testimonies, I feel like God puts us in, He allows for us to walk in that dark path so that we can come out and testify about it. People will come out and say, oh, you're so self-righteous. You think you're so much better than everyone. But it's like, because I've walked a different road, this is why I can talk about the shit that I talk about. From darkness to the light. You can only hope that people will then hear what you're saying. But there are crazies out there. It is what it is, right? All we can do is share our experiences and hope that people will learn from our videos and so on, right? So I found Snow Queen's story quite interesting, very similar to Pusha Mahal's story. I don't know, maybe it was the way she relayed it. There's something about that girl that I just really liked. And so I texted her on TikTok and I asked her if I could actually share her story on my channel. She was like, go ahead, girl. If anybody can learn from my testimony, then at least we'll be helping one more person type of situation. Now, this is a lady that was deep into Ubusangoma, but she always knew, like I said, there was always something wrong. There's something wrong with this thing. You understand what I mean? I wasn't trying to be a sangoma, by the way. I was trying to be a medium, a channel, all these things. Oh my gosh! Raising my kundalini, opening my third eye. Guys, when I say don't do this shit, I'm serious. Don't do this shit. It's not really worth it, hey? Because that shit, it never really leaves you. Because now you have channels and things that are open. And that's forever. Right? It just depends on how you're going to use now these gifts or whatever. Are you going to be working for the Dark Kingdom, or are you going to be working for our good Lord? Yeah. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy this story time. And guys, don't forget, get your houses in order. Bring yourself closer to God. That's exactly where He wants you. He wants to save your soul. He doesn't want you to go to hell. It's a choice at the end of the day. These are the last days. And you guys still have time. Just a little bit of time. Not much time. I swear. The way things are going now, honestly, I can see that it's like it could be any second now. You know what I mean? They're still trying to poke holes in the firmament, What do they actually think once they poke, once they bust the firmament open? What do they think is going to happen? Because we're going to flood all over again. That's why God said He would never flood the earth. But look at these creepers trying to bust that thing open. What do they think is going to happen? Because there's nothing up there. The earth is flat. That's it. Read your Bible and you will understand. Right? Anyway, guys, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you guys do enjoy my videos, please do click on the thank you button. And yeah, stay tuned and enjoy this story. And thank you to the Snow Queen on TikTok for allowing me to share this story. Yeah. Bye, guys.
So I used to actually be a traditional healer, very not so low key traditional healer kind of vibes. And from a perspective of somebody who has dabbled in divination, I can tell you exactly how divination works. Divination will take you to somebody that you don't know, and it will tell you, these are spirits that will tell you exactly what is going on in this person's life, in this person's, something that nobody else can know if they've just met this person. And what divination does to you as somebody who is consumed by these spirits is that you are in a position where these spirits tell you this thing so you can wow the other person, and then the other person will come to you asking for you for assistance and so on. It was so strong that I actually used to do consultations over WhatsApp. I didn't even have to talk to you over the phone. And I would actually tell you, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, and what. I used to consider myself righteous because of I had this gift where I can go and do cleansing for amadlozi and all of that jazz, believing that I was quote unquote helping people. So here's where the danger is. So all of this time, your girl is thinking that she is, helping people, getting them healed, and so on. What happened was that initially I started my gift of prophecy that was given to me by God started in church, right? So I started in church, students, Christian fellowship, and God gave me the gift of prophecy. After some time, this gift was then taken over by these things of, oh no, you need to do ikobongo, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I fell into that rabbit hole. So long story short, I ended up becoming somebody who was consulting with people, and I could heal them. And what I was doing, unbeknown to me, was I was actually recruiting more people for this kingdom who don't believe in being saved by grace, being saved by Jesus. And I was recruiting them into believing that they are gods that can help them in their problems that they're dealing with in their daily life. So here's your girl, busy performing things and all of that, right? So let me tell you where the danger is. Where the danger is that your girl is not only performing a divination as defined by the Bible. You will see when Paul meets in the Bible, where Paul meets the woman who speaks of them and says these are the children of God and so on. And Paul doesn't want to, even though this woman is telling the truth, but because she's possessed by spirits, that whatever that she's saying is not something that needs to be entertained, right? Even though it's the truth. So that's how the devil gets us. That even though we are telling people things that, might be 100% true, it doesn't mean this is how we are misleading misleading people, and we are actually being used as vessels to spread this incorrect and demonic behavior to other people in thinking that they need to seek things like othi ngihambe ngiyogeza olwandle, othi ashisa impepho, let's do this, let's do that. And knowing Jesus Christ now has allowed me to see how demonic all of those things were. Me healing people had nothing to do with doing the Lord's work. I was actually working for the other guys and I didn't know it. I wasn't worshiping God, I was worshiping gods. And with that being said, it came to a time where when I was in my little shrine this one time praying, notice how I pray, thinking that I'm also praying to God. And the confusion in all of this, because I thought that the prophecies also came from this God, the God of Abraham, the God of David, the God of our Lord Jesus Christ. So when I'm praying, I get this vision. And in this vision, I see these gods, or this God giving me a snake as a present, a huge snake as a gift that I need to keep. So your girl says no, right? No to the snake, because according to what I think I'm doing, I want to be all righteous, help people without these things, not knowing that I've already passed anything that could possibly be righteous. You know, it's important to note that in the book of 1 John 4:1, it says that we need to test the spirit so that we know which one is from God. And this is speaking directly to discernment. It doesn't mean that we need to welcome every spirit that comes through and tries to take over our lives. It means that by knowing Jesus Christ, we need to test the spirits, and be able to discern when this thing is not supposed to be part of my life ever. Not only to get to the point where we are being given snakes or whatever the case may be. I shouldn't have been part of this to begin with. Moving forward, so your girl says no to the snake. 3 days later, I start hearing voices, right? Literal voices, like people as if there's like headphones in my ears, telling me how worthless I am, telling me how I'm amounting to nothing. The best thing that I should do right now is actually just end my life. I was crying so much during that period. And this is when it made sense to me that none of this was ever from God, because God wouldn't tell me to kill myself. And this was the devil, because now I was probably graduating to a level that was higher in this demonic sphere by being presented with the snake, that when I rejected it, these demons that were inside of me fought back, because they were feeling like, let's just destroy this because it no longer wants to do our bidding for us. We need to discern the spirits from afar. We need to know what is from God. And that is just what I'd like to leave with you guys. By knowing Jesus Christ, by taking Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you are able to see when something, even in the music that we listen to, even in the little stories that we share, we need to see which one is from Jesus Christ, is from God Himself, and is for our salvation.